Folks, welcome back. I am finally home from vacation. Got back a few days ago, actually, but I was pretty tired. It was a very long trip, and had to pretty much immediately get back to work the next day, so I haven't had time to sit down and film, but we should be pretty much back on schedule now. We've got a lot of stuff to look at. Today we're doing BBR. I've got a lot of stuff to look at. I've got a lot of stuff coming. I actually picked up quite a few rare pieces for my Lamborghini collection too, so we're gonna have a lot of stuff to look at, but we'll jump back into it today. Like I said, we'll look at these BBRs, and from here on out we should be pretty much back to normal, like I said. So expect uploads every couple nights. Honestly, I thought I was gonna record when I got back from the trip on Friday. Well, we got back on Thursday, but I thought I was going to record on Friday, but I was tired, and I had a lot of stuff to do after we got back, so yeah, it just didn't happen, but it's happening today. So, oh my gosh, this plastic is kicking my butt today. Oh my gosh. Well, how have you guys been? I feel like it's been a while since I've talked to you guys. I know I had videos pretty much pre-recorded and uploaded, and I tried to respond to comments as best I could. But how are you guys doing? Like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I've been in front of the camera, so I feel like I've been gone for like 3 years. But anyways, all right, so today, new BBR arrivals. Well, kind of new. So we have the Ferrari 296 GTB. This is the first global release of this casting. They did the Corsa Rosso one for the event. I can't remember which event it was. But this is the first mainline release of it. And then we also have the Maserati MC12. This is the one from the 2008 24 Hours of Spa. So let's go ahead and jump into the Ferrari first. So packaging, you have this nice picture of the Ferrari right there. You've got the prancing horse logo, some cool like BBR stuff on top. There's all your information on the backside right there. This is BBR Ferrari 64 number 2. So this one is in Rosso, Corsa, and Assestto Fiorano. I assume that's what the yellow color is. And then you do have your Ferrari licensing sticker on the bottom of the packaging. So that is good. So we'll go ahead and pull out the car. So I know this, a lot of people were saying that this Ferrari looks like a duck because of the way the yellow kind of wraps down onto the front. And I don't know if I agree, but I think it's funny. I don't really think it looks like a duck. I think it's actually a pretty cool color combo, but I can kind of see where people are getting that from. So, like I said, it does have the yellow striping. It runs down the top of the car, and then it kind of spreads out across the front end right here, kind of wrapping down across this front splitter. I think it does look pretty cool. Aside from that, it is just Rosso Corsa, so it's just that standard Ferrari red. It's not metallic, it's just a glossy red finish. The wheels, you do have the nice 5-spoke wheels, and you do have a little bit of a Ferrari badge in the center right there. Not super legible, but you can't tell that's what it's supposed to be. You got the Ferrari badge right there. Really nice carbon fiber work on this one from BBR. So on these little front splitter pieces on the bottom right here, you do have carbon fiber, and then also across the side skirts, and then that carbon fiber will wrap around to the back right here and kind of cover the bottom of this rear diffuser, and then kind of around where these auxiliary headlights are down here as well. So it looks pretty good. You also do have a little bit of carbon fiber up here on this like engine cover piece, so that is cool. The mirrors are going to be hard plastic. You do have a little bit of a reflective sticker in there, which is nice. They are done in like a dual red and black color, kind of like dual tone, which looks nice. The headlights also do look very good on this one. They are acrylic, and then you have a little bit of black kind of outlining that lens right there. Looks very good, very clean. The front grille detail looks nice as well. Really tight-knit mesh, which makes it look pretty nice. Ferrari badge front and center. Luckily, on this one, it is actually centered in the middle of the car. My Rosso Corsa one, it was offset to the left a bit. So this one does look a lot better. And that is actually like a separate little piece for the badge, which looks nice. A little bit of a rough paint job in this little gap right here. A little bit of like orange peeling. I assume that's probably just an issue on mine. I doubt that's an issue with every single one of these, but a little bit unfortunate nonetheless. You also do have a little bit of a yellow paint splotch right there, but it is what it is. These models aren't super expensive, so I guess we just expect quality control issues on them. But you do have a little bit of venting right here behind the door. The interior of the car is colored, actually. So, well, not colored, but it does have some colored details. You have a little bit of red going around the steering column right there on the dash. On the steering wheel, you will have that yellow Ferrari logo. It's a little bit hard to see. And then there's a little bit of color down in there as well on the seats. I think the harnesses are colored. Oh, maybe not harnesses, but you do have like some silver detailing on that center console right there, and then like a Ferrari badge. So the interior does have a little bit of color and detail, which is always nice to see, especially in this price range. Again, those yellow stripes go all the way down the back of the car. You have your massive engine compartment back here with your clear acrylic. The acrylic on this back engine hatch is a little bit cloudy. I don't remember if the Rosso Corsa version was like that, but you do have like a little bit of carbon fiber printing on this cover, a little bit of mesh right there for some airflow, so it looks pretty good. More mesh detailing back here as well. You do have your Ferrari lettering on the back right here. That is like a separate photo etched piece. It is pretty nice, but if you look at it real closely like this, you will see some glue residue, which is kind of just the way it goes with these separate pieces. But on the back right there, you do have the prancing horse, which again, you can kind of see some of that super glue residue. The exhaust on this one is centered, which is nice because the one on my red version was not. And then you, of course, you have the carbon fiber. You've got the 296 GTB on the license plate, and then you have like some mesh perforation details right here on either side of the exhaust. The taillights look pretty nice. They are quite small, but they are acrylic. So you've got red acrylic and then a little bit of like painted detail on said acrylic. So that is pretty nice. And then of course, like you got this big like yellow part back here. And then the bottom of the car doesn't really have too much, kind of just a flat plate, but you can see a lot of that nice carbon fiber. One thing I should mention is this little splitter at the front actually does have air passing through it, which is pretty nice. And overall, I think it's a really nice casting. I think I've said that in the first review, but as far as the first release of this casting goes, I think it's quite nice. I think it's definitely a pickup if you are a fan of Ferrari. Kind of an interesting color combo. I would assume that this is a real spec. I'll put a picture up on screen if I can find a picture of this exact color combo on this 296. But yeah, I think it's really nice. I definitely think it's worth the money if you were thinking about picking it up. So yeah, that was the 296 GTB. Let's go ahead and take a look at this MC12 now. So this is the really cool race car version. I've been waiting patiently for this one. So you've got the little render of the car right here, MC12 on the top. You do have your Maserati licensing sticker. And then there's all your information on the back. This is BBR Diecast BBR Diecast 64 number 24, Maserati MC12 Competizione, 2008 FIA 24 Hours of Spa, and it is the J&B Racing number 15 car. So there's all your information. We'll just crack straight into it. Get the car out. And let's take a look at it. I do really like the BBR packaging. It's nice and simple. All right, so here we are. So we have this really nice dark navy blue color on this one, which I think looks really nice. It's not metallic. It is just kind of like a glossy blue color, but the livery on it is really nice. On the wheels, we'll take a look at those first. They kind of are like a gunmetal gray color. You do have your Michelin printing on the tires, which is amazing. We love to see that, especially at this price point. So the wheels and the tires are very nice. No brake details on these, of course. I guess even though it's a higher price point than like a Mini GT, I guess BBR just decided that they didn't want to do that, which is a little bit unfortunate. But on this one, it's not too bad because there's not a ton of room in between the spokes to see the brakes. But on something like that Ferrari back there, it would be nice to have some brake details. But anyways, I digress. You got J&B big on the side with the website. You've got the number 15 box right there with the Motul logo. Really cool yellow wing mirrors, and they do have the reflective stickers in them, so that is nice. And then you've got this kind of cool white pattern. I don't really know what you would call that, but cool white pattern on the car right there on the front end. The front actually does look really nice. You have the headlights, they are lensed in. I don't know if they're supposed to be lensed in on the race car version. I know somebody told me on the street versions of them, they actually only made a couple that had the headlight lenses, and then the rest of them they made without, because I guess there was like condensation that was getting in there and like making the headlights foggy or something. But these ones are lensed in. You have your Ferrari pitchfork Trident logo right there. It is a separate metal piece. Well, I don't know if it's metal, but it's a separate photo etched piece. That is nice. Grille detail looks pretty good. On the hood right here, you have these real big air channels on either side, which look nice. You have venting for the brakes. You got Motul logos. You got the Monaco right there. And then you have the 15 box along with the JMB and whatnot. On the windshield banner, you got Maserati, and then you got Total Excellium. Don't know exactly what that is, but that's done with an orange background. And then you also have a little bit of like silver outlining going around the windshield as well, which is pretty cool. I can't really see too much on the inside of the car. I would imagine there's a little bit of color in there, but I don't know for sure. You have the names of the drivers right below the windows, which is very nice. And then on the top, you got your 15 box and then kind of more of this white striping pattern that goes down. Engine hatch right here, it's just louvered, but there's no space in between the vents or anything. And then you also have your air scoop on top right here. And it looks like there's some arrows pointing down to the engine hatch. You've got your Maserati logos right there on the side. Those are also going to be photo etched pieces, which is pretty nice. You can see the other one right there. Fuel fillers look good. You got a little bit of venting right here. Overall, looks pretty good. Then you got Ringmeister Motorsport with the Michelin logo right there, so that's pretty cool. Rear wing, it's just a skinny guy, but you've got the JMB and Alcott right there as well, so that's nice. Nothing on the bottom, just flat black. And then on the rear end, you have your taillights, which are just painted. They are not acrylic, but with how small and round they are, I kind of understand why they would do that. But they do look pretty good. You've got two red ones and then like a silver one or white one in the center. Big grill mesh on the back right there. You've got your Maserati lettering. Again, those are like separate photo etched pieces, so you will be able to see some of that like super glue residue if you're looking real close. And then you've got two exhaust tips and then a big rear diffuser on the back and then like a little bit of venting from the wheels back here as well. So overall, I think they did a really good job with this one. I don't know how many different race car versions of the MC12 they did, but I would definitely be open to seeing more of them in the future from BBR because it's a really cool car and we don't get it in 164 a lot. So it's kind of like a little special treat that we're getting from them. So definitely a big fan of this one. But that's the two new BBRs for today. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, finally back from vacation. So we got a lot of new stuff coming up. One thing that I do have sitting here is I did pick this up. This is from the Taichung Red Bull show run. This is the event, one of the 3 event models for that. It's the only one that I got. But Super GT, so that's going to be cool to look at. So that'll be coming up very soon as well. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.